it's also, you know, a difficult country to get around and expensive to get around. So to have a proper dedicated climb wall like this near where you live, you know, in the deepest, darkest Essex, is great for these folk here. And you know, it's extensive, it's well managed, and good quality setting, which is very important. And I think people will really get into climbing properly now, because I know it was here before, but it seems to be, you know, well put together.
Is this how you started on the climbing wall?
I didn't actually. Well, I mean, I went to public school, and they have the, you know, marching around if you're not careful. But there was an alternative, and you either took meals to grannies, or you marched around, or you went rock climbing. So I did that, and I found I really enjoyed it. And eventually discovered that there was rock, which I never had a concept of rock at all, and I couldn't believe that it was so well set up for making good movement. And I found that I sort of knew what to do, and over a period of time I developed the determination to really try hard each time, because it's a painful, difficult sport that you've got to do really accurately. And you know, I've made a living out of it. I wouldn't say I've made money, but I've got to where I am now, at least.
And from a climbing point of view, where was your first challenge?
We used to climb an amazing railway bridge called Slawston Bridge. It's about 30 foot high, just high enough to get yourself into trouble. And you rode there on bicycles, and that's one major place I used to got really good memories of. But I also climbed on the Gritstone, the Delta Sandstone in the Peak District, and that's very rough and got a lot of interesting shapes. It's you don't really get proper grips on it. You know, you get big rounded breaks and interesting edges, and it's all about purchase and body position, and how you move kind of makes the whole work or not work. So it's very turbulent, interesting climbing.
To a lot of people of a certain age, and I'm 52, I remember the coverage of the Old Man of Hoy.
Oh yeah.
That was almost groundbreaking for climbing.
It was brilliant, yeah. And very interesting from the point of view of the broadcasting of it. You know, took everything to the limit, and even the wiring of the where they put the cameras and how they got the cameras over there was on the limit of all the equipment. The masts and things, all that was on the limit as well, wasn't it? And the climbing, I mean, obviously the Old Man of Hoy is a brilliant summit, you know, and there was all this swimming over to get the ropes there, and you know, all the wildlife and the wind and the sea. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Absolutely. What motivated you to write the book?
It was a period of climbing that will never come again. It's not like some sports. I mean, it's amazing, the McEnroe, Borg era, you know, but it won't come again. And unlike in normal climbing, in normal sport, the happenings are not recorded, are they? They pass by. Whereas in climbing, there is the rock there to record what's gone on, but not the social side, and not the melia and the different characters that were around at the time, and also the motivations were kind of different then. It wasn't really a sport. For me, it was quite a way of kind of getting to know what the world is and what I am, and very special, kind of quite a soft activity for something so difficult. A bit like martial art in that way. You meet martial artists and they're some of the sweetest people you ever met, but they could rip your head off, you know.
And finally, so the young people from Harlow who are looking, probably look at this film and see how high the walls are, they might get a bit daunted. What's your advice to them?
Well, I would say you come here and you cut your cloth. If you just want to go on the bouldering wall, which can be a very difficult discipline in itself, but if you want to just potter around, you can do it in your own way. I'd say that's true for everything in life. Don't be pushed by people until you're ready to be pushed, and then use the push to help you, but don't let them intimidate you. You know, a lot of people give things up before just because they find it hard initially doesn't mean to say they might be wonderful at it a bit later on.